Hi, welcome back. And this part of the series is about trying to find answers, trying to find answers regarding life, how you got where you are, through many comments of many sites that I go visiting. I see the people's heartbreak, the people's remorse. They feel they've been betrayed in their lives. Some of them, they're still holding their health quite well. Others have depleted quite fast, waiting for pensions and waiting for government handouts. They're seeing that they really can't survive that way. And even the ones that were astute, that put money aside and all that, that money has been taken away from them, drained, and literally they've lost all hope. And I hear through the comments a lot of people saying, okay, this has happened, that's happened, this has happened. I'm now in a position that I can't believe I'm ever was supposed to be in, because I was promised this and I was promised that. And all the heartbreaks, all the truth in their words, but nobody, and I mean literally nobody, even the people running the channels, are giving some kind of solution. It's like we're stuck, and I'm using this very lightly, in a victim scenario. And yes, we have become victims in a game that very few care about us. But in overall, what are we doing about it? What did the elders, what did the wise ones, what did the people that wrote books 100, 200 years ago tell us that we're experiencing today, but we didn't take them serious, or we just didn't want to listen to them because we knew better? And I go back again to the story of my grandmother's mother. So this is my mother's mother, my great-great-grandmother. And I had met her back in Greece when I was a young child. And I remember talking to her, the wisdom coming out of this lady. And at that time, she was in her mid to late 90s. Sharp. I'd never seen a person so sharp for that age. She knew exactly what was going on. She had the answers for you, and she told you wisdom and things that really today we've lost. We can't even comprehend what she was telling me at the time. And to be honest, I remember speaking to her, and she had a lot of answers. Not very highly educated, but what she did is she had olive trees, and she would go and she would pick her olives early in the morning. When the markets opened, she set a price that she wanted to get. There was no negotiating, because she was the first at market, and the people that were early shoppers wanted the fresh stuff, not the stuff that was recycled. And they would give her price. So by the time everybody woke up and did what they had to do, my great-grandmother was going home. And I thought, what a wisdom, what strength. And I was a young child looking at her, and I thought, oh my God, I hope that when I get her age, I have her wisdom and I have her strength. Because she was like, oh my God, unbelievable. And years later, she passed away, and I remember my grandmother, her mom, now that's great-grandmother, and this was my mother's mother that was telling me the story. And I go to her, Granny, I'm so saddened. I can't remember my great-grandmother's name. I'm so saddened that Yaya passed away. And she looked at me and she goes, my mom passed away doing what she loved to do. She was an entrepreneur, never relied on anybody for a job, and she created things that today are unheard of just by her own sheer will. And my grandmother turned to me and she goes, "The one thing I can tell you, my young boy, is that my mom died doing what she loved." And the story was that she passed away. She fell off, from what they figure, she fell off the olive tree, broke her hip or something, and passed away. And they found her 2 days later. But she did die doing what she loved. And I thought, I can't fathom such a strength of a statement than that. And looking at it today, we've become accompanied for somebody else to give us a job, pay us, get our 5 weeks vacation or our 2 month vacation, whatever we get, and we become soft. And we've become people that really have lost the entrepreneurial spirit. And the answer is, when you're looking for something to restart yourself, entrepreneurship, that was before they had brought the tractors and all that. People were all entrepreneurs. Everybody was selling something of value to somebody, and it was either the basic necessities or the high-end luxuries. But somebody was selling something. They weren't relying on somebody to give them a job. Through many years, we were told, you're going to have a great pension and you're going to have, all this time to go golfing and all this time to do things. Yes, I am back. I just allow people to move away because they're sitting there looking at me like, what are you doing? And they're kind of questioning exactly what I'm doing. And they're thinking that I'm videoing them, and I'm not. I take very highly on people's privacy. But the way that the camera is sitting and it's facing to me, they think I'm videoing them. So whenever I see people, I turn it off. Back to the topic. We've lost that entrepreneurial spirit, and we've lost what the great philosophers wrote, the psychologists of the past, the Jungans, the Machiavellis. They gave us the answers. And if you read, as I read, and I wanted answers, I didn't want hyped up pills given to me, call me next week and this type of stuff. I wanted answers, and where I got a lot of my answers was from the people that wrote books that the establishment tried to erase them and erase their writings because they knew the truth was there. And it was through reading, through Jung and Machiavelli, I understood exactly the answer that I wanted to know. And I heard it in a raw form, very polite, very well written. And now I understand that otherwise I felt like I was walking around in a daze, lost. Again, having my own business, working for other people, I enjoyed both spectrums of life, and I really value everything that I got from even the employers and the employee that I was to them, and also through my business to the people that worked with me. And you look at it, it's a sense of, I feel betrayed. I feel like we're being pushed in the corner. And what I hear now with AI, and this is all hype yet, but it's still coming through, is that you're going to have a universal, like a welfare check, and you're supposed to live on this. Time to do things. Yes, we do, but we don't have the money to do it. They didn't tell us that things were going to accelerate beyond our wildest dreams of what cost factors to do all these things are going to be about. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, oh my God, here we are. We've got everything we want, but we don't have the money to do it. And a lot of us don't have the health. Our health has depleted. and knock on wood for the people that are holding. And you don't know day by day how your health is going to hold. And I had a friend back in Calgary, Alberta, who was very, very high up in the corporate ladder. And he goes to me, take a look at me. I've worked all my life with my wife to accumulate money so that we can do our retirement the way we want it. And he goes, now that I'm ready to do it and I'm able to, my health is given out and I can't walk the flight of stairs going up to the second floor of my house. So I have to sell my house. I cannot go on a plane and stay for more than 1-2 hours in a position because I become numb. Now, he goes, my words of wisdom to you, when you're able to do something, do it and don't put it off, because when you're ready to do it, you won't be able to.